Welcome to Pop Culture Icons. I'm your host, Maya Starr. Today on Pop Culture Icons, what if I told you that the very thing you admire most about your heroes, their unwavering strength, is often forged in the fires of their deepest vulnerabilities? Today, we uncover the shocking moment when Michael Jordan, at the pinnacle of his career, walked away from basketball, not because of defeat, but because of a devastating personal tragedy you won't believe. In an empty gymnasium in Chicago, Michael Jordan stands alone, the squeak of his shoes echoing against hollow walls. The ball leaves his fingertips, traces a perfect arc, and clanks off the rim. A flicker of frustration crosses his face. Not the face of the legend you remember, but of a man still wrestling with perfection long after the crowds have gone home. You might wonder why someone who conquered every mountain still finds himself here, alone, chasing ghosts of former glory. The answer lies not in the makes, but in the misses. Picture a cramped backyard in North Carolina, summer heat rippling off weathered concrete. Two brothers battle beneath a rusted hoop, their shadows stretching long in the evening light. Young Michael Jordan faces his older brother Larry, each possession a war, each point a precious victory. The stakes feel infinite to a boy trying to prove his worth. You know that feeling, the one where family approval weighs more than any trophy ever could. The ball bounces hard against uneven pavement, matching the rhythm of Michael's heartbeat. He loses again, and again, but something dangerous is taking root in these defeats. A fire that will eventually consume everything in its path, including himself. The list is posted on the gymnasium wall. Sophomore year, Laney High School, Michael scans for his name among the varsity basketball roster. It isn't there. Too short, they said. Not ready. The sting of public rejection burns hot in his chest. But what happens next defines everything. While others might sulk, might accept the verdict, Michael does something different. He transforms humiliation into fuel. Every morning before school, he's in the gym. Every evening after dinner, he's on that backyard court. The sound of his solitary practice becomes a neighborhood symphony. Bounce, swish, repeat, until his mother has to call him inside, worried he'll wear himself to nothing in the dark. The game-winning shot arcs through Chapel Hill's air in the 1982 NCAA championship. The freshman who wasn't tall enough, wasn't good enough, has just carved his name into college basketball history. The roar is deafening, but listen closely to what happens next. As teammates mob him, as confetti rains, Jordan's mind is already racing ahead. This summit only reveals higher peaks to climb. The NBA scouts whisper their doubts. Too flashy, not a team player. His style won't translate. The same old story, just a different chapter. But now he knows exactly what to do with doubt. Welcome to Chicago, 1987. The Bulls' locker room smells of Tiger Balm and tension. Jordan's individual brilliance collides with team dynamics like waves against rocks. Every night he puts up impossible numbers, yet victory remains elusive. The Detroit Pistons build a wall of muscle and meanness designed specifically to break him. They call it the Jordan Rules. Night after night, they hammer him into hardwood, testing not just his body but his spirit. The pressure of an entire franchise weighs on his shoulders. The media questions whether one man's greatness can translate to team success. Through it all, that backyard fire burns hotter, threatening to either forge something unprecedented or consume everything in its path. If you're enjoying pop culture icons, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, The Fame Formula. Discover how unknowns like Elon, Taylor Swift, and Beyoncé became cultural phenomena. Now, back to the episode. Then 1991 arrives like a thunderclap. The Bulls finally overcome Detroit, but watch Jordan's face after the victory. There's no joy, only grim satisfaction. The first championship follows, then a second, then a third. The impossible becomes routine. He's not just winning, he's redefining what's possible on a basketball court. The Air Jordan brand explodes into a cultural phenomenon. The world wants to be like Mike. But here's what they don't see: the crushing weight of perfectionism, the way he berates teammates in practice, driving them as hard as he drives himself, the late-night gambling sessions, the isolation of greatness. Success, it turns out, can be its own kind of prison. July 1993. The phone call that changes everything. His father, James Jordan, murdered on a North Carolina highway. The man who built that backyard court, who watched every game, who grounded his son's soaring ambitions in earthly love, gone in an instant. The world expects Michael to soldier on, to channel grief into more victories. Instead, he walks away, trades his basketball jersey for a baseball uniform, chasing his father's dream instead of his own. The media crucifies him. They don't understand that sometimes the greatest act of courage is starting over. Baseball proves harder than anyone imagined. The same hands that could make a basketball dance struggle to connect with a curveball. But watch closely, there's something pure in this struggle. The greatest basketball player on earth, willing to look foolish, to start from scratch, all to honor his father's memory. You've felt this too, haven't you? The vulnerability of beginning again, of being a novice in plain sight. But here's what most miss. This apparent detour is actually the heart of the story. When Jordan returns to basketball in 1995, he's different. The fire still burns, but it's tempered with something deeper. 3 more championships follow, each more difficult than the last. The flu game in 1997, Jordan barely able to stand, yet scoring 38 points isn't just about athletic greatness. It's about the cost of refusing to yield, even when your body begs for mercy. The final shot against Utah in 1998, the one that clinches his 6th title, isn't just a game winner. It's a testament to what happens when preparation meets moment, when all those lonely hours in empty gyms culminate in one perfect release. Now we return to that empty gym, where an older Jordan still practices his free throws. The miss that started our story isn't a sign of decline, it's evidence of an unquenchable drive that both blessed and cursed him. The real lesson isn't about becoming the greatest basketball player of all time. It's about understanding that true greatness demands everything, transforms you, and never lets you rest. Even in victory, even in retirement, it keeps calling you back to that lonely court, chasing perfection that always remains one shot away. So here's your question. What fire burns inside you? Not the comfortable warmth of ambition, but the consuming blaze of obsession. Jordan's story teaches us that legendary achievement isn't about natural talent or even hard work. It's about being willing to let your passion reshape you entirely, to sacrifice normalcy on the altar of greatness. The price is steep. The journey is lonely. But if you're willing to pay it, to let that fire forge you into something new, something unprecedented, then perhaps you'll discover what Jordan did. That the greatest victory isn't in the winning, but in the relentless pursuit of your own impossible standards. The game never really ends. The question is, are you willing to keep playing? On the next episode of Pop Culture Icons, imagine if the relentless pursuit of greatness didn't just happen in the game, but defined an era, shaping a hero's stand against injustice. After witnessing Jordan's iconic journey, wonder how another legend used his platform to fight for change. Next week, delve into the story of a man who made his mark not just on sports history, but on civil rights and cultural transformation. Please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code, or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course, The Fame Formula. 7 Days, 7 Brilliant Tactics. Learn the mindset to go from invisible to influential using the dark arts of fame engineering. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/PCI. Thanks for watching.